Hello, people of the internet, this is Shaky Jake, and I really need a catchphrase. You are watching Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords with the restored content modification. Last time on KotOR II, we took the fight to the exchange in the depths of the Jek Tar, killed a whole bunch of people, including this Chris, who runs part of the exchange, and we gained a potential new future party member in the form of Mira, who took out the Wookiee Hanha, or may have done because Kreia decided to stick her nose into our business again and resurrected him, or maybe just kept him from dying. I can't remember if the game outright states if Hanha was dead at that point or not. I could be wrong, so feel free to correct me in the comments section if there was a confirmation of whether Hanha was dead on that scene or not. But anyway, let's talk to you, because when we finished the previous part, we got given T3M4 to control, because Obsidian love to give a whole bunch of sequences in this game where you play as your party members and not your main character. In this case, the Exile. It's a big contrast from the first KotOR, where you only had one or two of these sequences. But here, there's loads. Now let's talk to you, because we're T3M4 on Droid Work Experience.
Please enter the warehouse and report to C7E3 for assignment.
C7E3 for assignment then. Okay, we'll do that. Now I remember this sequence being very irritating when I first played the game, and you'll see why later on. But for now, this is pretty railroaded. I mean, you can talk to this droid here first, and that will, you can have a nice conversation with him. So even though he's not the droid we're meant to talk to, let's talk to him.
I certainly hope that rude C7 unit didn't send you over here. Those more recent models have no etiquette programming whatsoever.
I haven't talked to him yet, and apparently, I don't know what T3's saying here, but apparently it's delete.
I think he should be replaced, or shipped down to maintenance to direct droids there. But I cannot seem to convince my masters of the logic of the request.
Reet? Delete?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, despite what others would say. A number designation for a C7 unit means far more than an integer increase.
Delete.
Some droids undergo radical changes with each generation. Each numeric jump in sequence can have wide-ranging changes in functionality and temperament. But then, you are a new model yourself. I wouldn't expect you to understand how it feels. Now, was there something I could help you with?
I'm pretty sure T3M4 is about 5 years old at this point, maybe 6 years old at the most, but I don't even know why Obsidian even bothers giving T3M4 dialogue choices here, because it's only one dialogue option every time pretty much, apart from a couple of occasions where it isn't. But this conversation could have easily just been done really quickly.
I see. Well, good day to you then.
I hate acting as an astromech droid. It's much more difficult than it looks. Now then, let's talk to C7, who is over here. And, yep, T3's stuck. Let's open it from this angle, and there we go. Is that armour better than what we currently have? I severely doubt it. Ooh, does have well, I don't know if this is the one we picked up because I wasn't really paying attention, but it does have a defense bonus of 9, but it's a weaker class, so I'll leave that for now. Now let's talk to you, because I don't think we can get through here yet.
I am sorry, but only authorized cargo droids are allowed into the warehouse. I cannot permit you to enter due to the sensitive cargo.
He doesn't sound that rude, at least not yet. Berit, did it?
No. In fact, I do not have you on my list of Codin's acquisitions. How did you get in here?
Derit.
I see. Well, I have no current use for you. I'll assign you to C6E3. He needs the help to make up for his inferior programming.
Oh, okay, that's the rude part, I'm assuming. We have a couple of options here.
If you do not wish to comply with these instructions, I can have you given a memory wipe and behavioral reprogramming.
Look, dude, I'm cringing more than you are right now because I'm having to do droid voice acting and it's going badly.
Good. Now report to C6E3. You will be assisting him.
I don't know if I'll be removing the attempted droid noises from my recording or not, but it was fun to attempt. Now, C6.
Oh, you're back. What can I do for you?
Open the door for me. Deet.
That C7 droid absolutely infuriates me. Needs help to do my job, do I?
Well, I'm sure you could have heard him from a couple of yards away. Deet.
I would be happy to help you, but as long as that C7 unit is perched at the door, I can't.
What is he, a budgie? He's not really perched, but...
Well, if the C7 unit were to be disabled, my programming would require me to take over his responsibilities in his absence.
How noble. Deet.
Yes, I would be willing to give you access to the next room.
Deet. Oh, doing droid voice acting is cringy. Now then, back to you. You can see why this section of the game is very railroaded.
Yes, what is it?
Deet.
You can't be serious. I am not in need of deactivation. What are you talking about?
I don't know, I'm just going with whatever the game's telling me at the moment. Deet.
How dreadful.
Dreadful. Bit of a odd pronunciation there. Let's just shock armor you to death. And apparently C7E3 is more durable than he looks.
What's all the commotion? Oh, I see. Well, that will show him. Obsolete piece of junk indeed.
Deet.
Yes, of course. I'll get that open right away.
Thank you very much.
Just a moment. There.
Deet.
You're welcome.
Again, I would have just preferred it if Obsidian programmed the actual T3 dialogue in here instead of making me choose options, but okay, it's fine. I'm not a big fan of when party members... You know, I don't like it when you start selecting dialogue options for party members. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. He doesn't really serve any purpose apart from a couple of dialogue options. Deet. Okay, so this is related to some of the problems on Nar Shaddaa. Deet. Wish I could do a convincing droid noise. Deet. Another bit of restored content here with the two droids from Telos Citadel Station, which is a nice surprise. Let's talk to you.
This area is restricted. Please return to your designated area. Please excuse my companion. He is easily excitable and takes our duty very seriously. In the hopes of avoiding an incident, I ask you to please return to your post.
And this is so cool as well because essentially T3 doesn't actually know who these droids are and these droids don't know who T3 is. It's just pure coincidence that we happen to meet up with them again with a completely different character to earlier in the game. Or characters when we were on the Telos Citadel Station. Beep boop.
Door? I'm sorry. I don't believe I know what you are referring to.
That thing that's literally behind you. Beep boop.
You must be mistaken. There is nothing of the sort. Now please, move along.
Oh, don't lie to T3. Beep boop.
Lying to you? But that would go against my programming. Please, as I said, you should return to your post.
Yeah, you tell him, little droid. Oh, we're having droid conversations again. Beep deet. Beep deet.
Now, T1N1. He is right about your size. Being touchy about it won't change anything.
but we're exactly the same size.
Really? You're much too sensitive about these things.
It's like a prototype C-3PO and R2-D2, 4,000 years in the past. Beep boop.
Oh my, this is what I was afraid of. You have made him angry.
Me? You're the one causing the problems. And we get a random combat scenario, so let's just shock arm him to death. Doesn't even have guns, so he's pretty useless.
I don't know what came over my companion. He has always been excitable, but recently he's been like this. There was nothing I could do to stop him, and if I tried to leave, he would threaten me. Now I am free, thanks to you.
Alright, bye then. So you basically just set him up, and you're just walking off. Oh, and you've disappeared, okay. So, this is a door that we can't open, and this is what originally annoyed me about this part of the game. You have this puzzle to solve, and it's been, what, 14, 15 years since this game came out, and I still have no clue what I'm actually doing. So the idea is you're supposed to rotate this so many times in order to open it, and you have to get, I believe, the numbers to match. But I never actually know what you're supposed to do. So I'm going to try and do a mix of 2, 3, 4, and it's still restricted. So what that now tells us is we have to naturally look at, you know, how we're going to solve this puzzle. So for a series of 3 turns, you must convert the top set of characters to match the bottom set. Oh, okay, fine. So if you twist the centre block clockwise, the result would be, so I'm assuming the centre block are these 2 numbers here, you would get E7... See, I'm not very good at this kind of puzzle, and I am pretty clueless at it, so I'm going to give it another try or two, see if I can actually figure this out. So centre block clockwise gives that. Leftmost anti-clockwise, because that's what I'm going to call it. And then... no, okay, that didn't work. Let's give it one more go, and then I'm looking up the answer, because I'm not going to sit here for the entire recording trying to figure this out. Clockwise, clockwise, clockwise. Nope, didn't work. Okay, so I'm going to quickly look up the answer, because I am that stupid, and then we're going to return back to what I should be doing, which is solving this puzzle. Right, I've looked up the answer, or a possible answer, because I think there might be some combinations. If not, it's just the one. But we're going to do this, and if you figured this puzzle out without the use of the internet, fair play, you are much smarter than me. But what we're going to do is we're going to try this one option, because again I never remember what you're supposed to pick. So we're going to rotate the centre block anti-clockwise, we're going to rotate the right block clockwise, and we're going to rotate the left block anti-clockwise. And there we go. We've opened the door. How cool is that? And yep, we've solved the lock on the door thanks to the internet. I totally didn't figure that out on my own.
Oh my, you startled me. What are you doing here?
And I will be brutally honest about that. I definitely didn't figure it out on my own. Deet.
I monitor the transponder codes of all ships leaving the docks, then transmit departure information for any of Vaga the Hutt's freighters.
Deet.
The information is sent to a remote computer system.
Deet.
Oh, I see. In that case, I will upload the transponder codes to you. And here's the blank transponder card you need.
Deet.
You're welcome. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go back to monitoring the traffic. It is important that relevant departure information is relayed as quickly as possible.
I'm sure it is. There's a lot of journal entry updates here. And T3's discovered a secret communications room, monitoring the transponder codes. Basically, all of this stuff is plot related with regards to Nar Shaddaa as a planet. It's not a very fun section of the game. I personally don't think this is very fun. T3 is stuck on an invisible wall. Look at that. There we go, let's get him off. It's not a personal favourite for me. It's probably the worst part of Nar Shaddaa. I'm not a big fan of this. Not because I hate T3, because again, Obsidian really improved T3 for this game. But this part is really aggravating, and if you haven't built T3 up very well, this next bit can also be very irritating. So in advance, I'm going to put a shield on, because I'm sure the HKs aren't here for a nice conversation.
Who are you? You're not supposed to be here.
Oh, that's rude.
Confident statement. You have the list of Voga's launch codes. You will give these to us now, or else we will be forced to take drastic action.
Alright, so we got Voga's launch codes. What's wrong with that? The game made me solve this really stupid puzzle for them. I think I'm entitled to them. And yeah, T3 had a bit of dialogue back again, but now we're back to the dialogue options.
Surprised statement. You are foolish to think we will allow you to take that information back to your master.
No, I think it's pretty fair.
Amused query. I think you will find the odds are somewhat in our favor. Now will you be giving us the codes, or not?
What do you think?
Incredulous statement. Then we will have to take them from you, which I assure you was our preference to begin with.
Well, of course, your HK units. Do I have an iron grenade? I do, but I want to conserve that. So let's just shock arm them to death. If you haven't built him correctly, you will die here a lot. But thankfully, the shock arm is overpowered, so this is going to make things 10 times easier. And this droid renewable shield seems to be holding its own quite nicely. Until then. Keep missing.
Systems failing, Master.
I think we'll be okay. I think. Just keep an eye on T3's health.
Systems failing,
Oh, we're fine.
Master.
So, the combat music's still going on. We can probably get another HK part here that we don't need. Yeah. If you hadn't repaired HK yet, that would be a good pickup there. So, our only friend in this place, C6, has died. He's been blown up. But not a problem, because we're going to get out of here, because apparently our work experience here is finished. What does this... Why are you going, T3? I want you to talk to this guy.
Please enter the warehouse and report to C7E3 for assignment.
Well, you clearly don't keep an eye on what's going on here. See ya.
Wait, where are you going? You are not authorized to leave the warehouse.
And then T3 just walks out like a boss. That deal with its sunglasses thing needs to happen there.
There you are. What kept you? Yeah, I know there's droids in the warehouse. So what? He says he's got the transponder codes to Voga's freighters, one that can be picked up by Goto. We can change the ID signature of the Ebon Hawk and get to Goto's yacht that way. We could go to the repair shop by the landing pad to overhaul the Ebon Hawk's codes. From there, we should make a nice target for Goto.
Count me in.
Yeah, right. You're the one who wanted to sell him to Goto in the first place.
Yeah. And I don't like being cheated. Trust me. Goto's yacht is going to have some pretty heavy defenses. You're going to need all the help you can get.
Okay, so this is the part where Mira officially joins us on our quest to find Jedi Masters. And as I said before, she is awesome. I am happy she's in our party. We are going to get another party member if not in this part, then within the next part, who I dislike heavily, and I will explain why when we get them, but at least we offset that by getting Mira, so off we go. And again, more restored content here. No, don't do that. That's a bit harsh. Oh, they actually killed a bouncer.
Uh-oh. He's got insects. Looks like the Gand colony's out in full force.
And we're back to the inconsistent let's select a dialogue option instead of Atten just doing it for us. Oh, Obsidian, why did you do this to me? And I'm surprised Mira can honestly hear the Gand from here, but whatever. The most Atten response on here is, a whole colony is here?
Yeah, the whole colony up and left some mid-rim world to come here, no one knows why. They haven't even done any bounties until your friend showed up. I guess whatever price is on his head is enough to wake them up. Problem is, there's hundreds of them. Just like the Zug brothers. We're not getting out of here without a fight. You ready?
Let's do this. Right, so this is more restored content, because this wasn't in the original release, and it was cut for time. And to be honest, I wish it wasn't restored, because it's absolutely tedious. But we're going to do it anyway, and we've got a whole bunch of combat to deal with. So off we go. I honestly hate the combat sections that Nar Shaddaa restored. I've talked about this in the previous part, but essentially, I hate it. Especially because your party members here aren't exactly that strong. Even though Mira is really good with guns and Atten is also good with guns.
Ready?
And potentially could be upgraded even further, but I've deliberately made the game harder for myself by not doing that yet. And those of you who have seen the previous parts or have played this game before will probably guess why Atten can be more powerful than he actually is here. And T3 needs to be restored before he gets killed. Let's just put everything up. Right, we'll use strategic levelling up here.
More where that came from.
Oh, come on, you could have easily killed him there. And all the Gand are dead, but there are probably more of them. Is the map... No, the map is still fully restored, which is nice. And who's around here? Oh, more Gand. Lovely. Atten, do your thing. And I need a shield on. Or Mira needs a shield on, rather. And let's just shoot you lots of death. Again, let's keep an eye on T3. Okay, let's level you up again. It's a bit of a cheap way of doing this, but to be honest, I do not feel guilty about it.
Time to even the odds.
Oh, they're very... Oh god, T3. T3. Shouldn't be losing health this much. Well, that's the last level up you're getting.
Where that came from? Where that came from?
Okay, I'm switching to T3 to get him out of there. Come on, T3, take some hits. Okay, good. I really should put a shield on, especially when they take off that much health. Oh, the stupid bug is back with the repair kits. Okay, we've still got shields on. So, I'm assuming there's enemies around this corner. Yep, more Gand. I should use grenades really, but I'm not going to. Now I hope Atten and T3 don't run off around the corner once we've killed these three, because it will give me a chance to scope out who we're fighting.
Time for
Because you can make this fight very difficult for yourself. Right, nobody's running off. Good. And you'll notice that whilst Atton's... Ooh, that's a good combat suit, which I can't look at yet. You'll notice that even though Atton's technically the party leader here, as in he's the one you're meant to be controlling, I always pick Mira because she's more fun to play as. Atton, I'll level you up because you might as well get a bonus sneak attack in whilst you can. There we go, sneak attack 9. And we need... Doesn't really matter what we pick, to be honest. I mean, I'm going to go for Master Critical Strike for later on because, you know, if Atton needs to switch to swords, it's a good backup for him. And then we'll give him everything else. Oh wait, no, hold on. Don't want to level him up again. What am I doing? I wasn't concentrating there. Now let's check for more enemies. Okay, a bit more variety now. The Duros are in. And yes, okay, here we go. They took off a lot of health. Now this bit can be very difficult, as you can no doubt see by how Atton's being taken out. So now's the time to level him. And he's apparently unconscious. And now he's dead, so that level up was pointless. Okay, okay, this is a problem. Yeah, this is definitely a problem. I probably should have saved. But Atton has his ability where he can keep coming back to life whilst there's another party member alive, so that's good. He can keep them distracted for a while. Please be a bad shot. Good.
That's another one for me.
Not so good. Level up. And we'll keep that for now.
That's another one for me.
Again, keep the level ups to a minimum if I can.
Fast.
I will level Atton up one more time to level 19, and then I will leave him there as a scoundrel, because you'll see why later on, and I'm sure you'll have guessed what Atton can become later on, based on this game's setup.
Let's settle this.
Right, Mira. Try and take these guys out. I do wish this hadn't been resurrected for the game, because it's so tedious. And I'm sure there's a much more efficient way of doing this, but this is the way I always do it. And T3's back to life. Mira can scout round, double check if there's any villains. Seems to be okay. What do you have to say, Fassa?
You interrupting me for
Same
a reason?
stuff as normal. Okay.
I have a lot of work to do.
I don't think there's any more enemies, or if there are, there are. Okay. Just seems to be free Gand. So let's put some shields back on. Let's repair a bit more with this stupid bug that the game wants me to keep using every time I switch to droids in particular.
Ready?
Just say the word.
Let me just see if Atton's getting it. Yeah, Atton's getting it as well. You need to use something a bit more powerful. And again. And then we can go and take out these Gand. T3, you need to use a shield. I need to use a shield as Mira. Yeah, you can have a powerful one. You deserve it. I trust you enough. Right.
Time to take you down to size.
How did that even take off my health when I've got a big shield on? Or is it just because I've not got a good effective one against guns? Oops. My mistake. And Mira, yeah, let's improve your rapid shots. We'll level you up later when I need to.
More where that came from.
Right. Switch to a different shield, one that's actually good against gunfire. None of them really seem to be. Just have this then.
Let's take care of this. That's another one for me.
I really hope there's not much fighting left after this. Or if we're gonna fight, at least make it in a slightly different environment. Yeah, dexterity is absolutely fine. Because we want Mira to be OP in that area. There we go, you're dead. Great, there are more than. T3's almost down. Yeah. Oh, you made Mira unconscious, you little fool. But you're a dead little fool now. Come on, Mira, you can come back, thank you. Oh, there's going to be more of them, isn't there, once we go back through this door? I guarantee it. Right, advanced repair kit. I'm not going to wait around for all day for you to heal. There we go. What does construction kit do? Oh, it's just another heal item. Okay, I couldn't remember if that was like
Let's move out.
A droid stim. I kept thinking it was, but anyway, let's go through. Why the restored content mod resurrects all this, I have no clue. It just makes the game feel artificially longer without any benefit. And these guys just appeared out of nowhere and that scared the crap out of me. Especially when they do this much damage in one go.
That's another one for me.
Alright, come on, we can handle this. Fortunately, they're not doing too much damage compared to the Gans, so that makes me happy. And we've got lots of awesome dual gun wielders here. Apart from T3 getting knocked out. Oh great, and Mira's knocked out. Right, we've got a problem. We have a massive problem. Especially if I die here because I haven't saved. Unless if I have an auto-save. Let me just double check. Yes, I have an auto-save, that's awesome. So if I do die, I can at least reload. And if Atten dies here, I definitely won't be able to... Right, put a shield on Atten. If I die here, I definitely can't... I definitely won't be able to come back to life with Atten because everyone else is dead. Come on, the one time this is the one time I really need somebody to be unconscious with sniper shot, and it's not happening for me. Fortunately, this other dude is ignoring me because he can't see me technically. No, don't run to him, don't run to him. Let's cheat this out. Because the AI pathfinding gets confused again.
More where that came from.
Oh, come on, come on. Oh, we died. Lovely. Let's try that again. So my next plan, once I release my other party members, is to focus my fire on one dude and then take them out that way. So we'll start from left to right, and we're just going to use everyone's most powerful attack on them. Off we go. Oh, and of course they make Mira unconscious. And I was going to level her up, but she got killed. Come on, please switch to guns. Right, shock arm everybody, because that's T3's best move. Right, put a shield on T3. So put a shield on. Right, this is going a bit better, despite the loss of Mira. Yay, Atten's leveled up. I'll save that for the next part, because I am going to use Atten again. And there we go. I hope there are no more enemies around here. I really do.
Ready?
Okay, so we're going to limp all the way to where we need to go, which is this building over here once I head all the way around. I think I'm going the right way. Yes, I am. Cool. Oh, there's more of them. Are we joking? Are we actually being serious here? Come on then, let's level up. I was hoping that was it, to be honest, but apparently it's not. But at least we get Master Rapid Shot out of it. Right, come on then. Don't you dare take Mira out this time. And they probably will take her out because I can't be bothered to heal her. Yeah, knew that would happen. But it's fine, they shouldn't do too much damage to us now, because Droid Shock Arm will help us out. Such an overpowered move for T3 to have, but it's so invaluable in situations like this. Okay, there we go. They're dead. Please let that be it. Please let that be it. Yes, I think we're in the clear. Let's go in here. Do you have anything to say, IT31? Apparently the same dialogue options as the Jedi Exile would normally have, so nope. I'm going to leave it there for now, because next time we're going to go to KotOR's ship with the transponder codes that T3 got from the droid factory here, and we're going to try and find the Jedi Exile, because we haven't seen him at all in this part, and I think that's a first, apart from the prologue. But thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.